Hi all, hopefully you can see me okay. I've just got to remove a big spot from my head of the screen. That would be infuriating. Oh my goodness, I've just done an amazing, huge, long walk. I'm absolutely exhausted. You'll see I titled this video, Climb Every Mountain. Oh, it certainly was that. I thought it was supposed to be yesterday I did the walk, but it was quite a bit windy actually. So I'm quite frail. You might not think it, but I am. So I don't want to do long walks in the wind because obviously it's effort. Don't forget I live on mountainside, so it's not flat walking. So I said to Mike, "Oh, I'll do it today." And what it is, I wanted to do geocaching, I think it's called, and I wanted to do that. And there's some quite a long way away. And for me, I can't see the purpose of getting Mike to drive me to one. Hey, Judith. Hello, after our little chats yesterday. Glad to see you found me. Well done, because I don't actually say when I'm doing live. So this is absolutely great. Nice to see you. Lovely. Just about how I've titled this Climb Every Mountain. Ended up doing a massive walk this morning. It's only 9:30 in the morning here now, but I get up really early. And obviously, I wanted to be, they say there's going to be rain in the lower regions today, which is where my walk down the mountain is going to end up. So it's geocaching, I think is how you say it. And as I say, I wanted to go a long way away. I can't see the point of getting Mike to drive me to try and find one. It's about walking. That's the whole idea of it. And it was a long way. There was three. There was one right down the bottom of the mountain near where the stables was. And funny enough, that's changed locations because when I first went to look for it, it's actually on someone's land. Out here, they don't fence their land necessarily. Our fences aren't around our whole plot. It's just around where our growth and trees and that is. So a lot of people, their land's bigger or they don't fence it at all if they're not using the land. So one was placed in the wrong place, and I see they've now moved it. So I wanted to go and try and find that one. And then there were two much, much further down the mountain on what were going to be slip roads, but they never happened because they're on the British bases territory and they didn't want people driving to across their territory. So they stopped Cyprus building slip roads. And at one point, they did actually say we weren't allowed to drive up here. It's the only way to our village and our property. But anyway, long story short. So I wanted to do those, and they're a long, long way away, but after the stables and keep going. So it made sense to do the three. So I said to Mike, right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do them because he goes and helps out early in the morning. If you don't know, he goes and helps out down there, gives him a hand so he hasn't got to try and find other people who often let you down if you have people for cheap labour. So Mike goes down, helps in the morning. I said, right, I'll go down really early, walk down there, and then do the furthest one first, which is even over the freeway. It's such a long way away if you know where I live. So I'll do that one first, then come back to the next one, then come back to the one that's fairly near the stables. And then I said to Mike, right, he normally finishes about lunchtime. So I said, I'll definitely be done by lunchtime. Didn't know how long it was going to take because I can't judge walking how far it is. So I said, right, and then I'll meet you at the stables and then I'll wait there till you've finished, or if you have finished, just wait for me. And then you can drive me home and we'll have lunch. So he went, okay, that's great. And I said, if it's raining down there, I can see from up here what the weather's like further away and over the sea. So I said, right, then obviously I won't come. Fine, he said. Anyway, I did the furthest one. It was a long walk, really long. I have to try and see if it says on the tracks how far it is, I have to say. And then I did the one prior to that. Then I came back looking for this third one fairly near the stables. And as I start looking there, my phone rings. And you know I don't like my phone. I don't use it, but I take it for emergencies when I go walking. And it was Mike. So I answered it. And he said, the man who runs the stables has just asked me, can I go all the way to Paraclesia with him? which is quite a long way across the island. It's the other side of Lanka. And he said, so I've got to do that with him. So I won't be able to drive you back. And by now, I've walked miles to these first two, done a great big loop round because I thought, oh, I'll go a long way back to the stables, do a massive walk round. So I've done some more of that area that I haven't walked before. And I said, right. And by the stables, I go the country walk, which I've filmed before to show you. But there is a main way where you would drive if you come to visit us. And it's not the most pleasant walks because it's the road, and I have to walk up there, and that is steep to walk. It doesn't look much in the car, but to walk it, and oh my goodness. Judith says, oh, the reason I read them out, Judith, in case you don't know, because I don't think you've done a lot, been on live, is that I know a lot of people like to watch my lives back later, and they like to do their washing up or whatever they do while they're doing it, so they can't read the chat. So I always read the chat out so people can do that. Judith said, great to see you too. I have friends who love geocaching. Is it caching? I think it's called caching. But I don't get out a lot. I do walk my dog most evenings. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I miss having dogs. I had Yorkshire Terriers in England, and you'll see those on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. I found all the old footage of them right from when I had them from, I had two Pip and Paws, and I had them from puppies, and I've got all the footage of that right through to both of them having their own puppies. And one of those was, I think he was almost the smallest dog, Yorkshire Terrier ever. He was very close to it. If he wasn't, I never put him up for it. I'm sure he was pretty much the smallest dog, and we got offered thousands for him because if you breed from a small boy, you get more likelihood of very small dogs, and that was a popular thing then. And both of them performed, so I've got all that to come. So check out Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, and there's a playlist. I think I've called it Pip and Paws, my Yorkshire Terriers. But we had to make a decision when we came here. We didn't want it to hold us back from going out and about, which is so funny these days when I don't really go anywhere. And also we don't want commitments of bills. So obviously vet bills they're not ridiculously high here, but it's something we can't commit to having bills. I mean, just buying the cats worming tablets and that regularly. It's like, oh, something else I have to go. I've got to get those, so we'll have to leave something else out. Dear. So yeah, so I do enjoy this geocaching. The only trouble is, I've mentioned a phone. I haven't got it here, put it away. It is a mobile phone, but it's one of the original ones. It is just a telephone, and it does text, but it doesn't do emojis or anything like that. Hasn't got camera on, nothing like that at all. So when you do this geocaching, perfect with a phone with 4G, isn't it? And you walk around and it shows you where you are. No, I don't have any of that. There's no maps of the area, although the actual geocaching site I've got does show all the tracks. Well, fairly-ish. I think it's quite old, the maps, because a lot is different here now than it was, or it looks like tracks and they're just where goats have been a lot and it wears it down. So from the map, it looks like tracks when it's not actually tracks. So what I do have a tablet, so I take pictures of the geocaching area I want to do big, then I home in on it, but I get a bit lost where I am. This is part of my brain damage. I can't get bearings very well, but I take a sort of closer shot of it. But the only thing with this geocaching site is when you go really close to them, it's blurry, which I think is the only letdown of it. I can't remember which app it is I use of it, but I'm very pleased with it apart from that. And then obviously I then take those photos with me, but I actually now, because I have issues using electronics, so although I take that with me, I do actually then draw that out on a bit of paper, more basic for me. Oh, I know there and there, and do it that way. So I haven't got that here either. Did I put it there? No, but I've got literally a scrap. You'd laugh if you saw it, how I draw it out as well. So it's not the best way. And round here, there's nowhere to hide things, and they've kind of drawn them under a tree. Well, I haven't found any yet. Let's say I found exactly where they are, but there's nothing ever there. One, I guess, today was on the top of, as I say, it was like the slip roady thing that doesn't really exist. And they've got all the junction of the slip road, and it's got like an island with the signpost. And I'm pretty sure it was on that signpost. Well, it's not going to be there now because it's gone, basically. It's gone. And then at the bottom of trees, where the trees overgrow, and here we get some real prickly stuff. I just don't really understand. And it says the sizes of them, and these are like micro and small. Well, I'm not going to start sticking my hand under rocks and in trees and things like that when it's venomous snakes here. I think it's very bizarre. So I haven't actually found them, but I have found 4 locations, let's say. I'm pretty sure I found exactly where they are. I'm guessing when you've got a phone and 4G, it probably shows you when you're homing in on it as well. I don't know if it vibrates if you get near or something like that. What I'd really like is someone to come out with a phone that can do it all, and I go, right, it's here somewhere, it's here somewhere, and see if we can see it, but I don't really understand. I think they're supposed to go back every 6 months and check it's there and all the rest of it, but as I say, they are under trees. It's wild area here. I just don't really understand. At least I've gone out for walks, but I didn't enjoy this slip road bit today. I don't like walks. I like ruralness. I don't like to walk on roads or anything like that. I like to just wander in the wilds. So there's that. Judith says it sounds like you really enjoy it and get plenty of exercise at the same time. Yeah, I actually, there's so many, as I say, when I say tracks, mostly, there's nowhere to go around here. It's all the bits where you see sort of worn down tracks where trucks have been, that's farmers. No roads here go anywhere apart from this one main road I've talked about that goes from the very bottom of the mountain past the stables entrance and up to the very top of the mountain, and you get to the Troodos. But anything coming this way, they're just tracks where people are driven over to get to their land. There's no way through my village. The centre of my village is the spring, and that is it. We don't have shops or buildings or church, nothing. There's nothing here. All check out my video. It's the playlist is Rural Mountain Walks, I think I've called it, and it's literally all from my home. I don't do any walks where I drive and then walk, so anything you see is walkable. And I'm just trying to find different tracks that I haven't walked down, and they all loop. Or one that I'm about to post on Wednesday is Walk G Part 2, and you'll see I walked rural and came across another little, we call them houses, but you probably call them shacks. Just a rural remote building that someone obviously lives in. And yeah, so I just try and walk somewhere I've never walked before, and there's so many alternatives and walks, and you'll see in a past walk I got myself lost because I went really off track, if you like. So yeah, I do enjoy it. That's one of the reasons I like living here. We've got great views everywhere, and I can get out and about, particularly during COVID time. We had a really big lockdown, like some of Australia's had recently, and we were not allowed out of our properties. If we needed to go and get something, food, for example, we had to do it on our phones, which we can't do. So we phoned up and asked what we do, and they say you have to fill in a form online, and you had to say the time you were leaving, the time you were coming back, why you were going so far if you were travelling a distance, which we have to do for shops and things. Must be lovely to live in such a rural area. Yeah, as I say, during COVID it was ideal because I can't wear a mask, so I don't go anywhere. I can walk out and about without a mask. So for me, if I wasn't living here, I think that would be quite terrible for me. I would never go out and about if I lived in a flat or something like that. I couldn't go out at all. I think I can go to the beaches now. Mike seems to think I still can't do that, but I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to go to the beach now. Me and Mike, because we're not vaccinated and we won't go to a centre to be tested when I've not been out with anybody since the start of all this. Why would I go to a centre where people are going to be tested because they think they might have it? Why would I go there? So we're not being tested because I haven't mixed with anyone, so I've got nothing to test. Mike still wears mask and gloves in shops because for us, we think it's about touch. Most germs is touch. And to me, gloves are far more important. So he's still wearing gloves when he goes out and about to protect me as well. So, yeah, just out and about for us is non-existent. As I'm saying, we can't go anywhere. We're not actually allowed in supermarkets. We haven't been for some time. Yes, we could get someone to go for us, which we do for absolute things we can't get ourselves. But the more that people let other people go out and buy things for them, the more they're going to keep this going. But it was agreed by the Cypriots to don't let someone go shopping for you. Just don't go, because 85% of Cypriots haven't been done or tested, because it's all here we were clean until we had tourism open up again. So they won't go. So we're saying if you don't go to the shops, get someone to go for you, then the shops are going to suffer, and the big supermarket companies will obviously try and get the rules changed, which they're doing right now. So we'll see. Judith's just come out of lockdown days ago. Thanks for re-putting that, and DSM days ago. Yeah, yeah. I mean, my personal opinion is stop tourism. Oh, the country's going to suffer from tourism. Well, they're suffering far more with everything else. Stop tourism, close your doors, let each country do what they want to do. If a country wants to rebel, keep it in-house. Do what you want to do. Close everything down. I agree with lockdown, but it's got to be consistent. I mean, here I'm not allowed to go to a shop, but tourists can come here and go everywhere and do everything. It's a bit ridiculous in my mind. That's your bad typing. No problem. Well, I've got some things to show because on my lives, everyone likes to know what I'm reading because I'm a great reader. I get my free books from my friend Sue, and then we give them to our Airbnb guest or our workaway guest. So the one I was reading was Jules Hardy, Altered Land. And I said I'd let you know how that was when I finished it. Yeah, it's not what I call a keeper. They've got to be really good for me to keep them because I've just got one big bookshelf of keep books that I think, oh, that was really good. I'll read it again. It was a good read, very interesting. Go back to my last video to see about that, what the story's about. I did feel the end quickly rounded up. So I was getting towards the end of the book. I thought, oh, how's this going to end? It's like there's a lot to sort of say, and it just kind of quickly rounded up. So that was slightly disappointing. Basically about a man and when he was a boy and his mother and the stories, the two parallels of their life. It goes backwards and forwards a lot. And a good twist right at the beginning of that book, which makes it interesting reading after that. It's like, oh, wow, didn't get that. So, yeah, definitely a good read, but I'm not keeping that one. The book I'm reading right now, I've just started literally, is Missing by Susan Lewis. And it says, what would you do if it happened to you? And I'll just read the back for you because I've only just started it, so I can't give you any opinion. It's an early autumn day like any other as Miles Avery drives his wife Jacqueline to the station. Nothing remarkable crops up in conversation, nor do either of them appear anything other than their normal selves. At the station, Jacqueline gets out, takes an overnight bag from the back seat, then turns towards the platforms. This is the last anyone sees of her. 3 weeks later, Miles calls the police. Inquiries are made, but there's no evidence of her boarding the train or even entering the station. Very soon, the finger of suspicion starts to turn towards Miles, and as dark secrets from the past begin to merge with those of the present, the great love he had been trying to protect is not only revealed but thrown into terrible jeopardy. So that sounds my sort of book. I don't like murder mystery, but I like thriller and suspense, those kind of things. So that's what I'm reading next, because I know you like to know. That's my book club. Quick little bit in the life. And I'll tell you when I've finished it, whether it's worth your time or not, in my opinion. You all like different things. And the other thing, you all like to see how my cross stitch is coming on. I've done quite a lot here. I've got to be careful because I've got pins in, because I'm not very clever at working out what goes where. Because if you don't know, this isn't a pattern I'm following. This is me picking a pattern from somewhere, a bit of something else, a bit of something else, and just randomly putting it all together. So sizes might be different, so I have to calculate that with my pins. So this was from Jane the Ada, and some of the threads. Look how that's coming on, and the pins around the edge, because that's the frame I'm putting it shape. Look at that. That is really happening now. Can you see the cottage? Yes. The cottage, I was having a joke with Ava Potterfield and friends. Her channel links in the description below. Check her out, she's fun. And I came onto her live and I said, oh, I've been busy doing thatching of a cottage. It was that, Ava. That's what the thatching was. So there's been a lot there. I'm really pleased with that. I want it really gardeny because I've got nothing really to represent garden here. And I have got another project in mind, with that being said, which you'll notice it's only flowers and pretty here. I've got a project for vegetables and things, so that will be in the future. What else? I do write down things if I think during the week. Oh, I'll talk about that in my life. I do write it down, so I've got a little list of things. Or else I go, oh, I was going to say about that, and then when I've got a big list, I think, oh, I'll do a live. Judith said that's so pretty. I'm really pleased with it. I wanted lots of colours. At first, I was going to keep a few basic colours. No, let's do flowers. I don't have many flowers here. If you want to see all my flowers, they're not on this channel. Again, they're on Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. That's kind of my things that, well, they are Cyprus, a lot of the things, but there are also other things I want to save on a platform. I've got old disc and old videos. I'm just trying to reformat it and put them all on Tranquility. There's bits and pieces on there as well. There's a lot of art coming up on there because Ava Potterfield, I keep saying about her, I'm not being paid or sponsored by her. It's my second favourite all-time channel. She's doing lots of challenges. They're just for fun. And let me tell you that we're all totally different abilities on there. So there's some real beginner artists and not just artists, creators. So it doesn't have to be drawing. And she sets different challenges just for fun. And then every month she shows them. So you have to send a photo in of them. Or if you've got a channel and you want to make a video about you making it, then you can put that link in as well. And then when she shows them, she gives you the option, do you want to go up live on her StreamYard and talk about it or not? There's a lot that don't like to go up. So if you send her an email of the picture of what you've created, you can type a little bit in as well and she'll read that out if you want to say what materials you used, or you're only a beginner, it's your first go, whatever. And we're so supportive to each other on that channel. It's all about getting each other. There's a new lady there, Sandra Hawkins Family Adventures, because she's just changed her channel name. She's new to YouTube, so we're all helping her along, and we've put, if you need help with YouTube, just give us a shout. And she's gone on. There's quite a few channels I've helped get going, so if anyone's new out there and wants to get going, and I actually help you get some people as well. And if you look in this video link below, see the video link to Project MORPH, and it's a way, if you're either a new channel or a small channel, or indeed a bigger channel and you're kind of stuck on your viewers and you want a bigger community, I give you just one way how I can promote and get you more viewers, because my viewers are so diverse. Normally a homesteading channel has mostly homesteaders or people who'd like to be a homesteader or do gardening. A cookery channel, mostly cookery people. But my channel's got such a mix. I have people wanting to relocate. I have sewing people. I have crafts. I've actually linked a video I've recently posted below, and it's showing you different ways of using nature waste, such as pine needles or yucca leaves, how to weave baskets, so all that kind of thing. So I get a lot of those sort of people, nomadic type people, craft people, all sorts of people. I've got people watching me that one of my channels watches me at the moment, builds model cars, and that's because I do dolls houses as well on my other channel, and they know I'm supportive. We have a little laugh between our two channels that no matter what, we support each other's channel. Judith says, my channel is both new and tiny. I haven't posted for a while because I've been trying to learn to edit. Let me tell you, the best editing system I have found, it's no cost, you know me, don't pay for anything. It's called Movie Maker. I don't know where we got that from, probably just on the apps of the computer, but look up Movie Maker. I'll tell you, Judith, if I can use it, it's simple, and I mean simple. I can't use the YouTube one. No wonder some people say it takes so long to edit. It's abysmal. It's absolutely awful. Go on Movie Maker, and if you get that and still not sure, I'll help you along. I can Zoom with you or Skype or anything like that. It is so easy, and I don't think my videos are bad quality, and to put the music in's easy. Oh my gosh, it's so easy. That's something I can't get with that YouTube one. This is an issue I've had at the moment. Long story, it says I'm monetized, but I will never actually get the money. Nothing to do with Cyprus, that's purely YouTube. I'm not going all into that again. But so since it's been monetized, and I will tell you if I ever get a single cent from there, I will tell you, but I won't. Since I've been monetized, I've now got all these copyright claims. It's not for strikes, it's just like to let you know that if you carry on using that music, certain music, it's only some of it, certain music, that you won't get a strike, but the person's music now gets all your money for that video. So basically, they're waiting for you to be monetized. Now, what annoys me about this is I've got sites of free to use music, no copyright claims. So that's why I'm not getting a strike. But they've waited not only until I've got monetized, because they don't know I'm not actually getting the money, so that's quite hilarious. But not only have they waited till then, these are back videos that got monetized. As soon as it said you're monetized, they just wipe through your whole playlist and everything is monetized. That's so they can make money on your videos, because any adverts you see I haven't put on there, they put on there, and they take the money from there. But it's, well, I suppose I should have left it really, because YouTube doesn't get the money for it, the music does. But do you know what? I'll be I just won't leave those bits of music on there. So you can take it down and put your own music back on, which then means you lose all those views and all those comments. So I'm not doing that. Or you can put in the YouTube music. Now that, as I've said to you, is so hard to put in. I can see how you put it in, but I can't make it fit, or it's too short. So let's say the bit of music I've got to take out is this much. You can only put in YouTube music that comes to there. So what do you do with this bit? I've tried putting another bit of music on there, but if it's longer than that, it doesn't accept it. I don't know. So if you go and see old videos and you see blank bits, as in suddenly no sound, I've just taken them out. I'd rather, please remember, if you ever get rid of someone's music for any reason, go back and take it out your description when you have to put the music credits, because you certainly don't want to credit them if they've called you all that kerfuffle. So that's the sad side of it. They wait till it says you're monetized, and then they suddenly say, oh, if you use it, we're going to take the money. Well, I think that's wrong. I think if your music flags up, it will flag up to them. Then I think they've got a set amount of time to tell you to take it down, not till you've built up all your views on that video, particularly if it's a viral video. That would be awful. I've got viral videos on all my channels, and that would be absolutely awful. So I think they wait till then, thinking that you'll go, oh, I'm not going to mess about with it now, I'm going to lose all that, and leave it, and then they take the money. So that. Judith says, I will look it up. I need simple. I've been trying to learn iMovie. Yeah, I've heard different problems with that. Certainly don't pay for anything. There's so many freebies out there, and they're just as good, if not better. I see some of my friends have gone for an upgrade of a paid one. I don't know which one they use. And their animation, the edit bits in between, they can fade in, fade out. They've just been losing their sound, and I don't know if they haven't watched it back, but I've said to them a few times, like, just be aware that as you're talking and edited it out, if you've got an or something in between and they wanted to edit it out, they talk and then it comes and it goes up and down. You can't hear what they're saying. So they did try and change it, but then the next animation kept flashing in and out every time they edited. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't watch that with my condition. I love your channel. And I think they fixed it now, but that's annoying. My daughter is at university studying to be a singer-songwriter, so I might be able to use some of hers. Yeah, if you've got access. It's like these cameras. I see a lot of family YouTubers, and they obviously get the latest phone or the latest camera. And as long as they're not being sponsored, some of them actually come out with, well, this is worse than the model before and things like that. So the most expensive isn't always the best. Definitely not. So yeah, if you want help, it's probably easier to like Skype or something, because then you can literally talk and go, right, now do that, now do that. Or I have put a few basic YouTube help things on Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty channel. If there's something very specific you want me to do, Judith, like how do you just do this, or if you find Movie Maker, it looks like a roll of blue film, I think the logo is. If you want, like, right, I've got it, tell me how to begin, I'll make a film on that if that's easier for you, whatever helps. Because I know how hard it is. I mean, I'm of an age we didn't even have computers at school, and I'm not very good at learning some new things. I'm okay now of things if I do things constant, like now I can do it inside out and back to front. But if Mike came and showed me something one time and I didn't use it for a week, I'd go back and how do I get there? But I'm fine on that because I'm doing it all the time. So what else have I been up to? One of my walks I did a while back, I found some old armchairs. I say old armchairs. They looked pretty good, and they looked like they'd only just been put out. And I would think there's someone renovating up here, so I think they put them out because they're renovating. So they were quite some way from their house, as in a track where a farmer drives down. So whether he put them out or someone else has driven and sort of put them there, they definitely weren't wanted anymore. So I'm not carrying those home. They're what I call square armchairs. They're 2 armchairs, and they're that big square, really big softy arms. I really like that sort. So I came back home and I said to Mike, let's drive back up there. I wasn't sure how far he could drive there because some of it's quite rocky. And I said, let's see if we can get them back. So we got one in his car. Our car's big in the boot. It's a Toyota Camry. It's actually quite deceiving. But where the boot door opens, the back door, it curves like that. And that is our problem, this curve at the top. So you haven't got a square opening. So although the back of the boot bit is really big, sometimes we get annoyed by these top sort of bends rather than being square corners. So I wasn't sure he could get the second one in. So we drove the first one back with all the cushions. All the cushions are there, and one's actually got a cover on that you can take off and wash. And the second one, yeah, he got it in. He's very good at that. Mind you, the inside of our roof, inside the car is wrecked. It's all torn, and we use it like a tractor. We got that one when we came here. I bought it for his 60th birthday for him when we first came out. And because we had a rental car for a while, and I said, right, we've got to get a car and I want something decent. And we got that one. Oh, cat's coming. Hello, Mr. Waffles. Thought I heard the door. You want to be on screen again? So I said to him, well, we want something that if we have guests here, we can get lots of suitcases in and fit lots of people in the car, and cheap to run. It's a nice cheap to run one. Get Mr. Waffles. Oh, there it is. Here's Mr. Waffles. Hello. He was waving to Josh last time. Where's Josh? Where's my Joshy? Where's Josh? You come to see Josh. Josh's not here. Yeah, so we got that in and we got that back down. We're going to have to obviously cover them at some point. We're buying quilt covers, new quilt covers, and they're really cheap out here. Duvet covers, they're really cheap and cheaper than buying material. And we use those to cover things, sofas and things. So put down there, you can look at Mr. Waffles. Mr. Colin Waffles. Long story. You're in lots of videos explaining how you arrived here. Yes. All your story and how you're named. Yes. You have a whole feature. Yay. So that, we did that. What else? Oh, my friend Sue, I talk about, who gave me the books, and she brings me lots of little bits and pieces. And she bought me a roll of some sort of netting. We're not really sure where it is, what it's from or anything. She got me a whole roll of netting to go over. If you've seen the video of all my hugel beds, I think, what is it, 29, did I say, hugel beds I've got now? And I'm not going to do it all in one strip, obviously, but I want to do probably 2 or 3 beds in a strip with the netting on. So stop sort of, we get those, they're called cucumber beetles, but they mostly go on our broccoli, and the butterflies lay their eggs. So really want to cover up the broccoli in bits. I'm thinking possibly some stakes in the corners and then hang it over for the taller things. So that's going to be something. I'm probably going to do that. We've got workaways coming on the 17th, hopefully. Just heard their rules have changed yesterday, so they're coming from Norway. So hopefully they'll be able to come. What else? That's the netting, so I've got all that netting to do. I'm going to finish picking the olives, and then this year we're going to cut all the olive trees right down low, really give them, we've done some, but I'm going to go around with one of the workaways and literally chop them off. You open the middle up, you want 2 or 3 main branches, occasionally 4 if it's a big tree, main big ones going out looks like this. Air gap in the middle, chop all the top middle out, chop round the edge, make a nice bush shape, not drooping, cut any side shoots that are coming off the trunk. Aerate, they need air and light basically, and then they will grow back really well after that. What else? I've obviously been busy doing my videos. I've talked already about the one I've done about different ways of using natural nature for weaving and making shoes. Have a look at that. 2 ways of making shoes. I've got lots more videos that I want to share with you of all these natural living ideas for creative living and to stop having to buy things. I've got a lot more of those coming out. People seem to have really enjoyed those. And I must say, most of the channels that I put in them aren't necessarily channels I follow. They're ones I've researched and just trying to find creative, different ideas to go with our frugal life. Doing a big series on 50 ways to use zucchini, another homegrown produce. We don't buy very much at all, and just really recipes using pantry items, a few pantry items. We don't have a store of spices or anything like that. So there's so many recipe channels out there, and it's all very well to buy this, buy that. We could all make glorious recipes, but it's about using what you've got. And I've actually just edited one, not posted yet, but it's for those real farmers, if you like, that do the whole hog and they make their own cream, or for people who prep and make their own wine. So I've included 2 recipes for those people as well, because it's not just about homegrown stuff. Some people do make wine or cheese or cream, have their own milk. So I'm including a few of those in as well. As I've mentioned as well, Project MORPH, I've got in the description below about that, which is just one way out of many that I'm trying to help channels be exposed to new people. You don't need to be on the algorithms of YouTube, and you don't need watch hours, and you don't need to do loads of lives. I never did any lives before 1K, so you don't need that. It's more important about doing good short content, because if you do a 20-minute video and people watch for 2 minutes, that gets downgraded rather than a 2-minute video that people watch all the way through. So don't think about long videos because you need your watch hours, and only make videos of things that people want to see. You see so many channels out there at the moment that it's even channels I normally enjoy. Right, is I watch certain channels, and then at night when we're having tea, we watch channels that Mike likes as well. And we've been watching some of those, and I'm like, really? Do we want to watch them like sweeping up? And really, do we want to watch them washing their walls? And all right, if you're showing something in context, but short and sharp, even speeded up. Some people are spending like speeded up film of like 15 minutes of still doing, I don't know, something you're not in. So short and sharp. Music helps. Put some music in there, obviously relevant. I don't actually like when there's singing, because that doesn't always, I'm sure some people haven't listened really to the words, and it just doesn't always go. Oh, while we're talking about people's videos, I'm sure people don't like mine. That's fine. We all like different things. But we've been watching an English program. It's, for those of you who know it, it's the Escape to the Chateau and the Chateau DIY series. And I actually know Dick and Angel. And we've been watching the DIY one, which they're not now associated with. The one that's on now, they've had to rename it. It's just called DIY Chateau or Chateau DIY. They've had to rename it because Dick's got his own company, and long story. Anyway, we're watching that and we're laughing because they're all wearing these. I've seen some of you guys have them in your videos, these work suits, and they've got like the black knee bits and they've got the little black bits, and some have got the bright orange on them. You know, your farmy sort of or DIY outfits. Great. But if you watch that program that I've just said, they've all been, right, we've just finished all plastering this wall, which you haven't seen them do. And we've all just dug up all this floor, which you didn't see them do. And all this, I worked in TV. I know it's all fake. 99% of what you see someone else has done or whatever. They just do a bit to camera. Anyway, they've done all this dirty work. That's what I'm trying to say. We've done this bit and we've done this bit, all this dirty work. And we painted all the ceiling, and their work suits are brand new without a single speck of anything on. No paint, no dirt, no nothing. If you can watch that program, watch that and you went, oh. There is one man who's got a little bit of dust on him, but he's like Mike, he's an engineer. I know he does do his own stuff, but the rest of them, nothing, not a single bit. Oh, and there was one guy, he's doing an outside, I think it was outside decking, and he's doing like the brown stuff on the decking, doing that. And he's a bit of a trendy, he likes to wear like the outfit of sponsoring or whatever. And he's got brand new white trainers on. Yeah, okay. And he did all of that and didn't get one spot on his brand new white trainers. Oh dear. So yeah, that was something else. Oh, I must just show you. Have you seen my t-shirt? This was a prize I got. This is from the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla channel. Look, I love it. I've been wearing this a lot. So that's my t-shirt, and Mike got one as well. We did a video to thank them for that because I won it, and they sent Mike a t-shirt as well, which was lovely. Yeah, and also while we're talking about how you can sort of get more views and whatever, don't forget, guys, always check out my back videos. I try and do that when I start watching a new channel. I like to go back to the beginning and, you know, see about the person if they've remembered to do a video like that first. But do go and see my back videos. There's a lot of times when people ask me questions, which I love. I really love you asking me questions. But there's a lot of it that, oh, why are you doing that? Or how did you do that? Or have we seen blah, blah? And it's like, yeah, they're back videos. So do look at the beginning, particularly if you're a new viewer to my channel or you want to understand how I got here or what else we've done. And also check out Mike's channel, Olive Farm Retreat Cyprus, because that's got some of our bigger projects on there. Obviously, if I'm not involved in a build or something, or he does a lot of solar stuff and he literally did the utility block, I might briefly show what we've done. He's building a kitchen from pallet wood, not in our house, that's in one of our outbuildings. When he gets around to doing the shower room in there, it's going to be accommodation for holiday makers. I will show it, but I'm not doing the tiling and the plumbing, so he'll probably cover that on his channel more, but I'll just sort of show an update maybe of it. So do check out Olive Farm Retreat Cyprus as well. What else do I want to share today? Oh yes, read my descriptions as well. Under all my videos, in the description, if you liked that or you're like, oh, that said part 4, part 1, 2, 3 will be listed in the description, so you haven't got to search for it. Or if it's a bug video, how to get rid of a certain bug, like I've just found how to get rid of whitefly, then in the description will be either me saying I've got a playlist called blah blah to look at more, or here are some more of them. Obviously, things like recipes, I'm not going to put every recipe that I've ever done in the description, or I might link you to my other channel where there are recipes as well, because I do recipes on both channels. I try and keep this channel for my more homesteady type recipes, and then just other things I make go on the other one, like my lollies, summer lollies. If any of you coming up to your summer, are really easy. And you know, if I make something, it's cheap, it's easy and you don't need very many ingredients either. What else? Oh, a little laugh I had the other day when I was saying to you about I'm not very technically minded. It was really funny. Mike gave me, I think it's called a disk drive. Is it a disk drive where you save your stuff? You can save it not on a disk. No, it's not called a disk drive. See, that's where I went wrong before. It's like the little box where you plug it into your computer and then you can save things off the computer onto it. So all the things I've posted on YouTube, I can take off and save on there. See, now I can't even think what that box is called, but you know the thing, plug it in and it saves it all. So I know how to get onto that now, but he keeps it with his computer. Anyway, he's also given me, I think, a disk drive. So I can play, because this has a disk drive thing in the side of it, but it doesn't work properly, or it doesn't accept all of them. So he's got like a external one you can plug in. I haven't used that for a long time. I don't really have time to do things like that now. So that's sitting there. Anyway, I wanted to, this laptop's really old and it said I've got no more room on it. I don't have that much on it. So I wanted to take it off. So I plug in the disk drive and it kept like shooting the drawer out. I was like, no, that's not right. I'm not using a disk. And every time I tried to use it, it kept opening the drawer. I was like, why won't this work? I called him. I said, Mike, why won't this work? He's self-taught. I think he's a genius, but he's an engineer, so he's that sort of mind. He learns everything and teaches me. Like with the YouTube, he taught me how to use everything. I do it. He barely ever uses it, and I tell him now how to use it. He's forgotten. Anyway, so I said, it's disk drive. Why is the drawer shooting out? It says insert disk. I don't want a disk. I want to just save the stuff. And he walked in with what I should have got from his room, this oh, I can't remember the name of it, but the saver, the little box that you save it in, walked in with that, plugged it in, go, try it now. So he's a great help, really. So yeah, that was quite funny. What else? Oh, yes, I'm doing a video of, I did one of this room, tied it up. I've got lots of different bags hanging up there. There's different bags for different things I do. And these shelves these are only cluttered because they don't really live here. These are going to be my seeds in the sun lounge over the winter. It gets to winter. It's too hot to keep them in there because the sun comes right through the windows, hence why it makes a good greenhouse. So I can't keep them in there till we're on our winter. But for now, I'm putting projects and things I'm working on. There's seeds I'm collecting, and my cross stitch normally lives on there, and things I'm sorting out. So as I clear something, it all goes on there. I sort it out, put it away. So you saw the video where I did this room, but I'm doing the cupboards now, and I'm putting videos up on the cupboards. They're like the room was. They're organised in departments because they're just shelves. Both sides are just shelves. So they're organised in shelves. There's a shelf, of the top shelf is jewellery, the second shelf cross stitch. This side's all craft, but they just wanted tidying up and just going through, really. So I've done a video on doing the top shelf, which is jewellery. But when I was doing the top shelf, at the back, because it's actually quite deep, I've come across these and I thought, I'm not going to go through them. I'm going to do it on a live while I'm chatting. And I've been chatting all this time, completely forgot. So these are maybe like badges and keepsakes, they seem to be. There's a nice little box there. So I thought, well, while I'm chatting, I'll go through. Oh, Colin's laying on the floor. I don't know if you can see him. There he is. He's down there. He's a darling. So, on the very top, I was a fan. I was probably, what, 11? No, I wasn't even in senior school. I was in junior school. You go to senior school when you're in 11 in England. So I must have been 9, 10. Yeah, I was 9 or 10. And I always had second-hand clothes from my big sister. But my mum bought me, I wanted trousers. I wasn't really a skirt and dress girl. Still prefer to try on a pair of shorts than anything else, really, which is lucky now I farm because I get to wear shorts all the time. So I always really had hand-me-downs, but I wanted trousers. So my mum bought me from C&A some red trousers. And then what she did, she cut down the sides of them, the seams, the outside seams, and she put tartan down the sides. And when they were a bit small for me, she put about this much tartan around the bottom as well. The end of the material that she had left over, she made me a little tartan scarf. And I remember she bought me the badge. And that was one of the best things my mum ever did for me. It wasn't really her to, she's not a maker, but that wasn't really her to kind of do things like that. I wouldn't say she doesn't give us stuff. She always paid for all my dancing when my dad did because my mum didn't work. But I don't mean like that. I just mean to, I don't know if I asked for basically rolled a thing. I was a real fan. I like Woody, Stuart Woody Wood. I like Woody. He was my favourite. I quite like Alan. He was the brother of Derek, the drummer, but Alan left early. Do you hear that helicopter? Probably not. Yeah, I liked him. Oh, you know I'm a fan of Thunderbirds. You can see up here. Someone drew those for me. So, yeah, I remember these now. These were off the back of a box of crackers. You could cut them out. Lady Penelope, Lady Creighton Ward. Did you know that? I can tell you facts of Thunderbirds. And then Parker. His back life is very interesting. You probably all know he was in prison. Oh, we all know who this is, don't we? He's evil. And then, that's not such a good picture. If you like Thunderbirds, you'll be all right on my channel. Well, we know this is Brains. Not many people know Brains, we all know. I'll get to that. I have to do an episode on Thunderbirds, so those of you who are not interested don't have to suffer. Thunderbirds. And I've said before, my favourite Thunderbird, oh, there's two of those. My favourite Thunderbird was Virgil, the man, because he's a man. Some people think he's a puppet, he's a man. And as I said before, if Virgil was here, bye-bye, Mikey. Tell you what I like about Virgil is he's ageless. Oh, it's two of everything. Oh, that's weird. Two of everything. What are these? Oh, Stingray. Wasn't really into Stingray so much. There's a bit about it on the back. Not really into Stingray. Oh, these are all Stingray. Show them briefly for those. I know some males are more into Stingray than Thunderbirds. I think Mike was into Stingray a bit more. He's a lot older than me, so he knows things before that. And for those of you who keep asking, I was born in 1964, very end, December the 6th, which is coming up. Oh, which reminds me, December the 6th, I will be doing a live. So that's the only time I'm going to tell you that. And when I get to 2K, I'll probably do a live or something like that and tell you. I will be doing a live, but I'm going to be on Ava Potterfield and Friends first. I'm a moderator there, but I was there all the time before I was a moderator. I will be on there. She does it at 4 o'clock Cyprus time. Oh, that might have changed because the clocks have changed. Anyway, go on Ava Potterfield and Friends. It's a Monday, and she has on her banner her actual time she's on Mondays. So go on her channel and look. So I'll be on hers. She does hour and a half, something like that. It depends. It will probably run a bit longer that day because we've got a special day going on. So go and check out hers. When she's finished, I will do a live, but give me time because I go and set it up first. I go and put in the title and tags and description and thumbnail. I do all that first, so it won't be like immediate I'm on. So as soon as she's finished, give me time and I will be doing a live on Monday the 6th of December for my birthday. So if any of you want to pop in then on a live, if you're able, that would be great. Or leave a message in the chat prior to that. I believe you can do. Oh, you might not be able to on mine. No, you won't be able to on mine because mine's not. It won't be a set saying it's coming up or anything. I might do a community post and say I'm doing it. But I won't be able to give you a time because obviously I'm staying on Ava's till she's finished. I love Ava's one. What's this? Oh, yeah, I've mentioned before to do with TV and films and so forth. And I used to get lots of free stuff and go to premieres and that. Harry Potter, the first showing. Oh, Wacky Races. Oh, I've got to keep him. I love Muttley. I've got a couple of t-shirts with Muttley. One of my chats, I'm wearing my Muttley t-shirt, a video, a Q&A. I'm wearing my Muttley t-shirts and the Q&A. So you'll see it in the thumbnail if you want to see that. No, more Harry Potter thing. I don't like Harry Potter. I really don't like it. And I can't remember which film it is. I don't know if it's the first film. Anyway, there's a scene where they're coming out. Some of my pupils were in Harry Potter. The scene where they're outside the school and the three main characters are talking outside. I can't remember what it's about, as I say, I'm not a fan. And they're chatting, and the girl, I think it's this way round, when she's not talking and someone else, one of the other two, are saying their lines, she's mouthing their lines really badly, like she's learnt what they say, then she says, and she's literally doing this with her mouth, saying what they're saying. It's really bad. There's loads of really classic bad errors in Harry Potter. They're probably on YouTube somewhere. Oh, you won't be able to see this, but it's one of these where it changes. Oh, maybe you can see it. Can you see that? Maybe you can see that. It looks here that you can see that. There's a few of these. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, these are Thunderbirds. I won't bore you with them all. But there's loads of cards, and on the back it's got lots of things about them. Oh, there's a whole stack of these. These are probably collectibles. Maybe I'll do this on Tranquility, show all these then. Quite a few of those. What are these? Oh, these look like they're from a sticker book. Again, won't bore you with them. If you want to see those, let me know and I'll do it on my other channel. SeaWorld, little pouch. That's got to be England. Oh, no, maybe it's not. Maybe that's abroad. So I was with the dolphins abroad. Dolphins. Oh, I know what this is. It's a little bag and you put it under your pillow at night. I don't have the need for this anymore. I can't get them out. They're very small and very thick. Oh, gosh. Didn't remember them looking like that. You know what's in there? You probably know these sort of things. These are supposed to be authentic, but people can make their own. What you do, these are little people. I'll just try and get them all out to show you them all. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. I'll get this one out. It's kind of caught in the bag. Right, and they are little people. I've forget which country I bought these from, but as I say, I'm pretty sure you can all get these now. Can you see that? Here we go. And little people. And then what you do is, if you're having a hard time or something's not going right, you can only tell this person one thing, something. Then you go, you can have, is there 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any more than 6, you're greedy. And you tell it your trouble, or what's bothering you, or what's on your mind, or if you're looking for a solution, or if you've got a little hope or dream. And then you put them in the bag, and you put the bag under your pillow at night, and then they will take away your problem or bring you the solution. This one needs rewinding. I'm a bit undone, this one. I have to fix him. So that's those. I like those. I'm sure we could all do with those, and I'm sure that's something some of you crafters could make. But as I say, these are authentic. Forget which country. I'm well travelled. Oh, this is an old coin. What's it called? Half a crown, I think it's called. I don't know old money. This is the English money, pre-decimalisation. I remember of it. I was only little, and I was at an age when it was going to change over, and they knew it was going to change over. So they told the schools not to teach children money. Is it 70? Is it 73 it changed? Not really sure. No, must have been before that. 70, I'm not sure, 70 something. And I don't know if it came in slowly or it was suddenly there. I know that you had little conversion charts, which made me laugh because in Cyprus we used to have Cyprus pounds. So it's pounds and cents we had here. Now obviously we're euro, but we had that a long time we were here. It's only more recent years it changed to euro. And we had all the little conversion tables and the little calculators you could use. And that reminded me of when it changed to decimal. So I was aware of it. And then what they did with, it must be sure it was 70s, Mike would know, he knows everything like that. It's early 70s. And they said then part of school, and for quite a long time of school, didn't matter your age, but you had to play shops. And it was like in the curriculum, you had to spend a good amount of time of each day playing shops because they found that would be the easiest way for children to learn the decimalised money. So I remember of the money, as I say, I think this is half a crown, and I've got two because I've got one Mike's birthday and one my birth year. They're actually quite heavy. I've forgotten how heavy they are. And I remember of them because paying for dancing lessons, and Mum would give us the money to go and pay. I'm pretty sure the lesson was half a crown. That's how I remember half a crown. And then I remember the old sixpences because we had to save them up to give Dad for the car parking meters. You know, when you park on the side of the road, I think it might be called something else, I'm not sure. But parking meters, and you put in the slot. So we saved that. And I remember, was it the halfpenny? And it was a small, well, not tiny small, but a smaller, and it had, was it hexagonal? And it had a portcullis on the front. Yes, I remember those. And then there's a little bag here. Oh, little shells, so they were probably from abroad as well. That's all that's in there, so that needs sorting. Oh, this one, this is badges. It's so amazing when it was all my jewellery. My jewellery's on the video, but these were just stuffed at the back. I've got to sort these, what I'm keeping, what I'm not. This badge says, I was born this way. What's your excuse? That's fun. I'm going to find something to put the lid there. Oh, you're talking to a scholar. This was a lager. as I say, you'll see lots of dance and theatre and TV orientated stuff from when I worked in TV, and I was in front of the camera, not behind the scenes. Be nice to me. I've had a bad day. Crazy for you. PPA. Oh, I can't show you what that means. It's basically laying down with too much to drink. PPA. Professional something. In the mood for love. That probably came on a Valentine's card, I would guess. Keyring. I used to collect keyrings. Get lost. I should carry that with me when I go on my walks with my front door key. Oh, Auburn biscuit keyring. Now, I'm sure you've seen back of my video where we're sorting out my stationery and pencil sharpeners. It's another food orientated thing. Actually, it's pretty good. It looks like a real bourbon there. Oh, nice. Oh, I like that. I'll probably have to put that with my food stuff. This is Cannon and Ball. It's a comedy duo. Used to be in England. They still do little bits. Saw them in the film actually the other day, and they autographed on the back for me. Rock on Tommy, Bobby Ball, Tommy Cannon. That I'll probably work with them. Why can't I be rich instead of good looking? Nice. Do you mind? I'm very selective. I think I've painted most of these away. I love everybody, and you're next. I like slogans and funny sayings and that. You'll know that if I often put funny quotes up, or I like inspirational quotes too, but I like a bit of humour. One of my lives is all jokes and laughs. I think that one's called Away with the Fairies on the thumbnail. Can I have a hug? And this time, I mean it. I think parents need that. New viewers, I don't have any children. Mike has 4, and he has, last count, 17 grandchildren, in case you're interested. I love the sound of music. Follow Victoria Theatre London. Yeah, as I say, you'll go see lots of theatre and TV stuff. Avoid the Rush, Kiss Me Now. Yeah, not only did I perform, but I was also a dance teacher and choreographer. Choreographed a lot of shows, West End and other shows, and in them. Sparkling at 40. I should wear that on Ava's thing when it's my birthday. I'll keep that out. That she'll be like, oh, 40. Dawn's not looking good. I can keep that out, see if I remember. Oh, I've said before, I love Pontins. Pontins holiday camps, not how they are now. Totally a different thing. This is Pontins Crocodile Club. Some work there as well, unofficially. They knew I was in the house. Wasn't a blue coat. Oh, this is, I made this little badge. Can't translate it literally, but don't let things get you down, basically. Nice. It's quite good. Obviously, keyring. That was probably on a dressing room keyring. The door to the dressing room. Answer. Derek Beatty, Mr. and Mrs. I think they have Mr. and Mrs. in America, or they used to have years ago. They've also done celebrity versions, where in England it was Derek Beatty. I think he's dead now. And they actually did it one year at a Pontins as a like game thing. And forced my mum doesn't do things, forced them into doing it. and they won. And I've spoke about this before. Pontins holidays, there were different competitions and that. And if you won, then there was a semi-final. You got a part-paid holiday. You could go to the semi-final. Then there'd be, if you got to the finals of all the different camps, you went to the grand final, and you got the free holiday while you was in the grand final of every winner of every camp. And mum and dad got to that, and they actually got Derek Beatty himself to present and do that show with them, the Mr. and Mrs. I must have a photo of that somewhere. Pontins again. I loved Pontins. That's a lot of my childhood. Pontins Crocodile Club. And I didn't like it because my mum and dad, wherever we went to a different one every year. They're not these sort of people go to the same all the time. Because my mum liked to go out and about and see castles and different places of interest, which I appreciate now. But I just wanted to stay and have the holiday camp atmosphere. And no, we're going out for the day. But we did take part in the evening stuff and bits and pieces. Donkey Derby, I've told my story of that. Not a good story. That's in another life. Twosomes is lovely. Oh, that's me and Mike. Oh, that's nice. Oh, some of you know this. Mr. Blobby. See again, TV. I was at the BBC fairly regularly. So that was on the BBC. What's that say? Member of Uncle Holly Circle. Now, I believe this is Warner's, which again is another holiday camp. In the day, you had Warner's, which was the posh, and the children weren't allowed to eat in the dining room. That's how posh it was. They had to go and eat in like the children's room. I remember being very little then. Luckily, I had my big sister. I was a toddler and no children in the dining room. I can't believe my mum left us because as time went on, she wouldn't have done that. And I was like baby, not baby, but like maybe 3, something like that, because I've got pictures of my sister feeding me. So Warner's was the posh one. Then the highbrow, not like the sort of commoners, but that was Pontins. It was like your middle class. That's the word, Dawn. Go people like thumbs down in, but you know I have brain issues. I can't find words. The middle class was Pontins in its day, and then the everybody else, your what do you call them? The not workforce. What do you call it? Working class was Butlins. Butlins was the cheap end of the market. Anyone could afford to go to Butlins, and that's why they're even today, I believe, still so crowded. It's always been the free for all, have to queue for things, and I believe they even pay extra for things now. I'm not sure, or pay for a pass. I don't know. Anyway, so this was Warner's. I didn't really, and as I say, Pontins was fun competitions and that. I think there was competitions. There was songs. Funny enough, I was talking about Warner's to Mike yesterday, and I said we'd stopped going there. I was probably, I'm guessing, 5, 6 years old because I don't remember a lot about it, but I did. I remembered it wasn't like all fun holiday, and then I said to him, but I do remember the children's song like you sung every night. Oh, and you had to be out the ballroom. Boom, you in there, hello, goodbye, and off you go. So I don't remember a lot going on there. I think there was activities during the day for the children and then they weren't allowed it at night. And I said, oh, I remember the song. I started singing it. Oh, wait, no, I don't remember the song. And then 10 minutes later, I ran to him. I was like, I remember all the song. So let's see if I remember now. We are the Warners Wagtails, happy as can be, loving every minute down by the deep blue sea. As you look around us, you'll always see us smile, for we are Warners Wagtails, happy all the while. So I know that's drummed in. As I say, I'm pretty sure I didn't go there after about age 5. I didn't remember it being a fun place, but as I say, I think it was segregated. Right, this is printed very small, so if someone's wearing the badge, you have to go right up to their face to read it. It says, "Do you know me?" Oh, in case I forget who I am, Dawn. I like my name now. Now I'm older, but when I first had it, because it's one syllable and I was a very quiet child, people used to say, "What's your name?" And you used to go, "Dawn." No. What? And you didn't have 2 syllables to get out there. Oh dear. And I've spoken before about how my French teacher, who wasn't French, but she had some accent going on, and she used to go down or down, Dan, down. This is how you say my name, guys. Dawn. Dawn. I know it's hard for people with accents, but I didn't like it. It was like Dawn. It was like dreary Dracula. Dawn. Dawn. And I don't have a middle name, so I couldn't even go Dawn something. Oh dear. Well, cats, obviously. Show me a dancer that wasn't to do with cats. And I'll show you a non-dancer. Ponting's holidays. I definitely go keep my Ponting stuff. I love Ponting. Oh, look. Oh, this is well old. Must have been our birthday card. Oh, I cannot hold that very well for you. I am 1. Oh my life. Oh gosh, where that was. Where did I put the other one? Put that on. Oh, Chessington Zoo, another great memory for me. You too can have a great day at Chessington Zoo. Now, yeah, see, in my day, it was called Chessington Zoo. And I've spoken before saying about there wasn't all the fairground rides, there was just those swings. I've spoken of it before, so I'm not going all through Chessington memories again. But it was just a zoo. Elephants have big ears because Noddy wouldn't pay the ransom. Obviously. Oh, there's a big one. Oh, yeah, see, dancing. I love Annie. That's why, in the end, my last house I lived in was in Wallington, which is, some of you might know Croydon. It's not too far from there, but a bit more picturesque and out the centre, if you like. And I could just jump on a train there. Tube wasn't that far away. Nearest tube was Malden, which isn't too far. You can get there on a bus. And I could just be in the West End shopping or working. And normally when you're performing in the West End, you're lucky if you finish by 11, then you'll go and eat. There are places you can go and eat in the West End till about 3 o'clock in the morning, because that's what we do, us performers, and they're open for us. All the theatres are mostly together there, Chessington Zoo. And then I could just hop on the train back. I did get, in the end, free black cabs all the time, but that's another story. That's nothing to do with working. That's completely another story. Oh, this is an old Chessington Zoo, because this gorilla was the original logo of Chessington Zoo, I believe. If anyone out there is older than I and knows of a pre-logo, but I'm pretty sure that was it. And you used to get the colouring books as you went in. Key rings. Pontins. Oh, off Inch. Barton Hall. Barton Hall. Yeah, some of the Pontins were like stately homes you could stay in. Some weren't. Pontins Crocodile Club. That was a fairly new thing, the Crocodile Club. That wasn't when I was little. We didn't have the Crocodile Club. That was more when Baby X, my younger sister, you'll see why she's called Baby X in another life. That was in her era. She's quite a bit younger than me. Is she 8 years younger than me? Something like that. And that's when Crocodile Club came into it. He gave me his last Rolo, probably some advertising thing, anything advertising I've probably got. Oh, this is just before I left England for good. Never been back since I moved out here, not even for a visit. I flew the Eye, and that was my leaving trip We did the London Eye and the London Aquarium, and they took me and Mike. Someone gave me their last Rolo. That was a thing. Who would you give your last Rolo to? Yeah, another one. I'll give me someone else Rolo. Oh, Jean-Pierre Sands. Do any of you know that? It was what was pyramid selling? They always said it wasn't pyramid selling, but that was a big thing. It revived. It was in the past, and then pyramid selling revived itself, and then it's kind of revived again now, but under different pretext. And Jean-Pierre Sand only did it to help a friend out because she had to get so many people selling it to get to her final status or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. I didn't really do it. I played at it and just couldn't really be bothered. I've still got some other products, and nice products, but I'm not into this convincing people to buy things. Not at all. I didn't need to do it. And it's perfumes, and I think it's mostly perfumes. Oh, I think there was like makeup removers and things like that. It wasn't makeup, but I think it's that. But I've got a few perfumes still. Really nice, actually. Well, this is some, I can't read it, it's too shiny, but it's some ice cream parlour. Maybe. Oh, Baskins, what's it? Baskin Robbins or whatever it is. I think it says that. I can see it better that way because it's not reflecting. Then some key rings, these light up. I love you. Rose. Oh, you can't see that at all, can you? But you still can't see it, it needs dark behind it. Anyway, it's these, you'll see it there probably better. Rose. These were a thing. I've actually got 3 over there on the shelf here. I don't know if you can see those. What's that got in it? Or a unicorn, I think that's in there. Probably not the best to show you. Not the Jean-Pierre Sand badge. 60 years of children's programmes on BBC. That was a big celebration we did. I like children's TV, the old stuff as well. I can talk about that. Little and Large, again, they were 2 comedians. The best thing they ever did was a takeoff of Andy Pandy, a children's programme in the 60s. Andy Pandy and Teddy. Oh no, I think they did Andy Pandy and Looby Loo. Can't remember, but that was fun. They were actually given their launch into the professional field by Michael Barrymore. If any of you know him, comedian, he took them as his warm-up people on his seaside tour. Pig, look, I love that. I'll keep him. I love pigs. I really love pigs. Oh, another pig. I don't have pigs. I like pot-bellied pigs and anything with a swished up nose. Oh, these were from Coronation Street. Got loads of stuff from Coronation Street. These were Hilda Ogden had the 3 flying birds on her thing. So these are a souvenir of that. And I've actually got, you can't see it, 3 flying pigs up there. Same sort of idea. Oh, that's just a little food thing. Dinosaur lights up. Used to be on the end of the mobile phone and it lights up. That's that box. Am I boring you? I'm just organising myself something to do while Mike's out because he's gone all the way to Paraclesia. Oh, this is where I used to live, Brookwood. Brookwood when I was born, that's where I was born. Brookwood, like Woking, near Woking or in Woking, near Guildford. Some of you might know Guildford, England obviously. And it's the little train ticket. I don't see many train tickets like this anymore. I have to keep that because that's like nearly as old as me. Single, 2nd class. Don't see that much on tickets. I know what it says at the back. Got a date. Valid for 3 days. That's interesting. Let's see a date. Oh well. Close your eyes now if you don't like to see real teeth. Close your eyes, I'll tell you when you can open them. These are my baby teeth my mum used to collect. Oh, she passed them on to me obviously when I left home, so I'm showing them now. Look away or close your eyes. Oh look, all my baby teeth. Probably some really weeny ones in there. I'm not going to open them out. Look at them all. Okay, open your eyes now. The teeth have gone. Oh, some people are so the Tufty Club. Do you know this? This is road awareness or road crossing campaign, and he used to be on TV. He was like I think he was a puppet. He was, what do you call it, like animation when you move them around. I think he was like that. I don't think he was a cartoon. And you got a free like rubber. What do you call them? Rubber, like model, not model, yeah, like model toy. But it's that stuff that all went, if you kept it too long, it got hot. It all sort of like bendy toys. They used to all make them out this rubber stuff, and it all disintegrated. So I don't have him, but I have the badge, the Tufty Club. Now that's probably going to be worth something. But I have to keep these sort of things, my childhood. I don't know why. Why? And as they say, not that I've got anyone to have my stuff when I pop off, but they say, well, everyone keeps his stuff, and then the next generation comes and goes, rubbish, and throws it all away. And does it bring you joy if it's shut in a cupboard? No. I don't like to display stuff because I think that just makes mess. I'm trying to sort of redefine. You'll like this. The London Palladium Stars dressing room. So that's a key ring. You always got a key ring to keep, but you have to give the key back to the dressing rooms, obviously. We've got quite a few of those in different places. Don't want to see those. Silver Jubilee Party. 25 years of the Queen Street Party. There's my badge. So what would I have been? What year was that? That was the year Virginia Wade won the tennis. That was the 70s, wasn't it? I think they would have put a date on that, wouldn't you, as memorabilia. There's a few things I can't show you here. Oh, these were from a holiday camp. Holiday camp? Yes, these were from the holiday camp. Yeah, Soul Hotels. And again, even as I got older, I started being roped into different things that they did. Entertainment. Oh, things like that on computer. Entertainment and that. And one. What can you say? This is another one. Don't know anyone my age or older, because I think it finished when I was young. On TV on Sundays on ITV, but they had all the different regions. So this was ATV, Tingle and Tucker Club. Now, all I remember about this, I'm pretty sure, guys, it was an Australian program. So if you're from Oz and you know of it, or your parents know of it, or indeed, I doubt if it's still going now. I remember, I think it was really religious, but the children's really sort of done it for children. And I know Tingle and Tucker were grey, obviously koalas, you can see that. But I think, were they puppets? I seem to recall them being quite big. I'll have to look it up on YouTube, see if there's anything of them. And I seem to remember there was a bird puppet. Was it? Oh, it was probably an emu then, if it was Australia. I seem to remember he was a string puppet. I'm just telling you straight from my head what I'm remembering this minute. And there were songs. Oh, I must have that somewhere. There was a blue membership card for the Tingle and Tucker Club. I've got a feeling my mum had to send off for it to get the badge and the thing. Maybe I'll find that in a minute. It's a blue membership card. It's got the song Boomerang Boomerang. Must be Oz. Boomerang Boomerang. Look over there. Tinker and Tucker, the two little bears. Weird how you remember things like that. I don't remember everything else. I've got a pin in there with a few verses. Oh, these are from my dogs. Oh, that's Cherry Hog. You won't have met Cherry Hog yet in the series. So you'll have to look up, see whose puppy Cherry Hog was. Paws. That's Paws. She's in the series. That's probably Pips. Yeah, that's Pip. Pip was a girl. All girls apart from Scrappy Doo. Oh, that's Scrappy Doo's. Scrappy Doo's. No, I don't care about the phone number because it's the English. Oh yeah, we got sponsored by Caesar dog food. Caesar dog food. Another badge. Now this is the Warner Wagtail badge. I showed you the club badge. Warner Wagtail's Children's Club. Now this is the badge I remember Warner's. Oh, that was something else. You know, I said it was a bit upper brow Warner's. You had to wear the badge all the time. Now that's not anything about so you're let in, let out, anything like that. It was just you have to wear the badge, like it was an association. I remember that because one time we didn't have the badge on and they said I couldn't go in and have the meal, and that wasn't because to say, well, was you really staying there? It was just like the uniform. I think, if I remember rightly, you had to wear it in a certain place as well. It was really, really weird. Yes. My nan and granddad, when I was old, they still went to Warner's. They called it, well, they obviously called it something a bit more upper brow as well then. And they went to Sina Warren. Some of you might know that. And they liked it because obviously it was a bit more. I think there was no children at all then, whether it was just some sites, but it was all adult then. British Arts Award, that's a dance, not association. Well, it's an association for like you went and did dance competitions, like what's that kiddie program? Dance Mums. This is the place where you went and did your dance competitions, the Arts Awards. And you could actually do exams for Arts Awards, but it was exams on sort of showbiz, if you like. So there's that. I can't show you those. They're all my hospital IDs. To see if any are from here. No. No. Oh, that's interesting what that said. Yeah. No, silly me. They were in English. I should have realised they're not from here. Another Tufty Club badge. Well, I got two. Oh, perhaps I could sell one and keep one. Oh, this is from holiday camp again. Adult. So this is abroad. This is Seoul. Seoul hotels are really nice. Seoul. Any of the Seoul hotels. If you're looking for a good mix between things to do and nice. Toy Story. Here's another moving thing, I think. Toy Story. I like Toy Story. And we'll check what the picture is first. If I can share it or not. Be careful. Oh, yeah. This was probably at a holiday camp and they come around to take a picture. My hair's a bit whirly there. You know, guys, my hair is really naturally curly and I have to pull it and straighten it and snip it. It goes wild. I've told the story before how I've got ringlets, like real Shirley Temple ringlets. And being at a stage school, everyone was like, that's fake. It's like, they so were not fake. So even now, it's better as I'm older because it's thinning out my hair. But the thickness of it. How long have I been on? Oh, that's all right. So in this box, oh, I wonder if I'll get done for this. This is the item, the logo on jam jars in England, the Robinson jam jars, and you could save up the tokens on the label, and then you got the logo as a brooch. I don't think I should show that. So some of you know what that is. It's a character with a dark face, and you could save up. So I won't show that. There's some other brooch there. I don't want to take them off, but that one's there. Maybe I'll put my thumb on it, just in case. So it's a jewellery box, because I sorted out my jewellery. I've got some jewellery boxes left over. So I was really into these. I used to call them Busbies. I know that's the name of the hat, but I used to call these type of soldiers Busbies when I was little. One day my dad took us to London and he saw that and he bought me the brooch. So there's some more badges in here. Does anyone know what this is from? This is something else I like. I'm not a number. I am a free man. From Portmeirion in north of Wales, and it's where The Prisoner was filmed. Real cult 60s. Yeah, I think it was early 60s. Real cult thing where they had the big white ball thing chasing them if they tried to escape, and it used to go along the beach because that was the only place they could escape. That's yeah, they could have done a better ending of that. I've got the perfect ending to that series. I've got the perfect ending. Would have been really cool then. It's my big day. I have to wear that one then, won't I? Maybe I'll put them over there. Keep reading. I'll put them. Oh, it's my birthday. I'm going to have to load myself up with badges if I remember. It's not easy being perfect. As I say, I like slogans. I like not so much t-shirts because it's too hot most of the year to wear t-shirts. I like vest tops, but I particularly like the spaghetti straps, the really thin straps with like a fun saying on. That's my perfect thing to wear. Improve your image. Be seen with me. That's fun. Can you tell me, guys, at the bottom, if you're watching this after, can you tell me if you actually watch to this point? I don't care, I know lives, they're so long, and can you be bothered to watch them all? But I'd just be interested. This is 1 hour 42. Tell me if you've watched, or I don't mind, tell me if you've jumped through and just sort of picking bits and you happen to have seen this bit. So I'd just really be interested if anyone does watch the whole live all the way through. So let me know, guys. Oh, now I've got all of these. It's a set and they're all ballet dancers. But I bought these when I was teaching ballet, and I thought it was a good way to wear a different one, maybe for a month or whatever. And then I'd suddenly say to a child, what position is the feet in? I've forgotten what that's called. And that was a really good teaching device. I got the whole set. You bought them separate, you just buy a badge. But I bought the whole set. Is this ballerina? Has she got her feet in fifth? Yes, she has. Well done. Oh, and look, her arms are in second and her feet are in second. By the way, there's different ballet. There's Russian ballet, classical ballet, and ballet, the true ballet. And they have different arm positions, and they have different names for some steps as well. Same with tap. There's different tap dancing. There's American tap, not to be confused with the country America. And there's national tap, which isn't the tap done by the National Association of Exams. Very confusing. Yeah. So got a whole set of those. visual works for most teaching. If you're a teacher or you want to learn something visual, draw pictures, colour in. It's the best way, because if you don't know, I do psychology as well. I trained in psychology, and I sort of learned one of the streams of that was learning how you learn, which has helped me born to dance, obviously. I feel like an 18-year-old. I've got to wear that one as well, haven't I? Back by public demand. I think I should wear that as well. Yes. If she makes me come up live, which knowing Ava, she probably will, because she knows I'll come on. That would be fun. She's probably watching this. She's going, no, not going to have her up there. I'm not ignoring badges. I'm not deaf. I'm ignoring you. Oh, this says, each day is a brand new start. Try your wings, follow your heart. That's nice. I probably kept it on there because I like that. That's a nice saying. Oh, I've got another little brooch there. Little doggy. I have to wear some of these brooches. As I say, I hate things just being shut away somewhere. Oh, little tip for you if you want to get rid of stuff but you've got sentimental reasons but you really don't want it anymore, or it's shut in a cupboard, take photos. Take photos. Even if you have to have one album, you want to print them out and look through that. Classic. Space Invader pin. And I seem to recall I got that free with a comic, so it's nothing. Oh, that's classic, isn't it? Space Invaders, that's when video games really happened. You had that ping pong tennis, and that was a wow in our house. Again, Mum bought that. Perhaps it was a family Christmas present or something. And then went on to this. Then I bought myself a Amstrad 464 just to play games, and oh wow, that was still the tapes. You had to load the tapes. Wow. Oh, another little piggy. Yeah, I'm going to have to sort these brooches out. I thought I'd done all jewellery. Oh, he's sweet. I like him. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. I think sort these out. Ballerina. Now, as much as I was a ballet dancer and I did point shoes, toe dancing professionally, I don't like ballet. Not, I don't like ballet dancing to dance. Yeah, not my favourite subject, but yeah. I hate ballets, to go and watch a ballet, to watch ballet like this, all ballerina stuff. If you buy me a ballerina, I'm like, oh, thanks. But, or ballerina pictures. I don't dislike them, that's wrong, but I'm not a girl who went dancing, did ballet and had ballet things. I had my point shoes hanging up, but that's because you're supposed to hang them up when you're not wearing them to air them properly. They should never be in a bag, and they should always hang. So even if you've got these new string bags for them, you should hang them, the bag down. Oh, I should wear that sometimes. Look, D. I like that sort of lettering. I don't know what that sort of font's called, but I like that. I'll put that up there. I like that. International Rescue Thunderbirds badge. Ah, Morgan. This is one of many surnames you will know me as. I've got so many surnames, it's ridiculous, really. So some people go, oh, I've looked you up. It's like, no, that's not the name I would use for that. Oh, lips. Lips badge. It's my birthday today. Oh gosh, I'm going for the badges at this rate. A few more badges in here. I used to be indecisive, but now I'm not sure. That's my sort of saying. Oh, under there badge. Do not use a hatchet to remove a fly from your friend's forehead. Cool. Got two more little bits. Oh, I've got another little bit there. That box I haven't done. I don't think there's much in here. It's very heavy. My sister, my big sister, bought me this for my 50th. I'll share that with you as I got it out. Obviously, got that made. She didn't make it. She got it made. I think she chose what went on there and whatever. I need to be sponsored by Pontins, even though so it's not like it was. Sambay. Oh, this is it, yeah, because when you won these sort of rounds, just your normal holiday, you won your rounds, you got the invite to the next round with more camps and that. But you got a voucher to spend in their shop was the prize. So these are coasters. So I obviously bought a set of coasters. You couldn't buy anything like really big and expensive. It was because think how many different each week they had a contest of like, oh, I don't know, there must have been about 80 contests a week, if not more. So, oh, this is nice. I think I might keep this to do on my birthday. There's one for Mike and there's one for me, and I think my sister bought me these. And inside is all about, I think it's the year you were born. Yeah, or links to your name, the emotions, the social. Oh, I'll keep those and I'll probably do those. Let's leave those out. I might do that for my birthday video, go through that. That would be fun. Oh, this is very sweet. Yeah, that was my little good luck thing someone bought me. It's nice. Shell. Now these were from mine and Mike's wedding, and I think I painted everyone's names on them. So I laid them on the table as the place settings and painted everyone's names on, and they were where they would sit, and they were obviously Cyprus shells. So that was a bit different. If you want to know more about my wedding, I have done a couple of chats about the wedding, but if you want to know any more, that was from my friend Gemma when I left England for the last time. And then we have a little box of pigs. Those probably got pigs in it, I'm guessing. Let's see. Oh, yes. Now, see, these should go out. These are really sweet. I think my big sister bought me these, I recall. I need to put these out. There's Piggy there. A family of pigs. Now I've tidied this room, I can put them on the shelf. That's a pretty one, isn't it? Pig. Do you like these sort of videos? That's when I'm on my own. There's another pig. I think my lives are definitely completely different to anyone else's lives. You're just in my house, like you popped over. Oh, a piggy. This one's reading. Piggy. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's all the first. No, it's not. There's another one there. Another one there. What's this one do? I think this one's eating and drinking. A biscuit with a cup of coffee, I think. That's sweet. And then this. I don't remember if my big sister made me this or my little sister. Yeah. Elephant. Probably in here to keep them safe while I was doing something else. Oh no! Pork pie. Pork pie. Oh no! Now that was my big sister. Probably got me that. Oh, that's quite sweet, little piggy. Oh, he lays down because he's got a stand. You there? Oh, I like this one's face. I don't know how clearly you can see it. Look, it's a cheeky. You can be there. Why the elephant's in with the pig, so it's probably, as I say, keep it safe. I like that. This is very heavy. So grass pig. It'd be a good little paperweight actually. He's actually quite heavy. I use him here on my desk. That's a pig badge. And oh, now the reason I kept this is a Tazoo, it says, from Star Wars. Obviously got in cereal. Oh no, Walkers, so it's crisp. Lay's in most countries. The brand Lay's is Walkers, England's Walkers. And this is, what's he called? I forget his name now. The little things, little sweet things. My brain's gone. Been on too long. Losing my thought. But I kept that disc because my dog paws looked like that almost, not with the big eyebrows, but just paws remind me of that. And the dog that you haven't met in the series yet, Scrappy Doo, the very tiny Yorkie that I was talking about, he looked, his face just like, is it called Little Bear? It's books, children's books. I've forgotten the name of the books now. I have to find that one time because I had a video just because it's got the little bear. It's like a little bear's face. They look just like that. That's that one. Can you do this one? Oh, I don't know that one. That's the badges. So we've just got these little bits left. I'll be careful here because these are my old work stuff. Oh, another Bali brooch. That's the same as the other one. I think the other one's silver. Silver and the gold. Yeah, look, they're the same. Silver and gold. Personal Fun Fit, sponsored by there for work. We did like the old bagger, the gymnastic type badges for acrobatics and dance. You can do those. Ah, Dawn, beginning. I should put there new beginnings. That's part of why my name's that for my channel, but also because I moved to Cyprus and lots of things. Call my agent. 10 cents a dance. Dawn, that was obviously a name for some promo to do. Oh, Dirty Dancing, I was I taught the choreography of not the actual film itself, but the testing choreography. How can I say it? Kind of, it's not market research, but think along those lines, that you test things out and that kind of thing. So I know all the dances basically of a lot of music videos and films and TV, all sorts of things, because I do that side of choreography as well as the actual stage shows. Diva, I was never a diva. Never a diva. Can't show you those, are my work badge names. Things like this. Dance teacher, Miss Stone, you can see that one. Those and other people's I've got from there. People I know that you would know. What's this? Oh, this is just a wallet because you get me ripping. I've got a feeling this is all holiday money, any money I've had left from different holidays all around the world. All different islands I've been to, Bahamas, Cuba, Margarita Island. Not many people know Margarita Island because, as you can tell, I like islands. Margarita Island is, I say near, it's a long way from, but the nearest place is Venezuela. So look on your map, Venezuela, and it's about here, but it's a long way. and go to Venezuela. They got, is it one of the highest waterfalls? Like really beautiful waterfall there. If you like waterfalls, Venezuela, and like tropical, like sort of rainforesty things. I've got this here. I think this is, yeah, this is like cards. W. Smith Club cards. These are obviously the last store cards I had before I left. I do like W.H. Smith, how it used to be. I think it changed a bit, where it was mostly stationery. The big stores you could buy records as well. Boots in the end it used to be just chemist and toiletries and first aid and chemist. I haven't used that word for a long time. We have pharmacia. And because W.H. Smith's used to be mostly stationery or magazines, you always bought your magazines in W.H. Smith's and your newspapers. There's a shop here that's quite like the old W.H. Smith's, how it used to be. And I call it W.H. Smith's. Oh, New Look. Sponsor me, please. It's no good. We don't have a lot of these shops here. New Look. I like New Look. Etam. Dorothy Perkins. Depends what you want. If you wanted something for a wedding, I've got a lot of sort of what I call wedding type outfits. They're not when you're getting married, but when you're going to a wedding. Their dresses are good for that. BP, BHS, it's all right for your basics. Some gaming store. Games, is it just called Games? Oh, Croydon Library. That's a good library. And opposite that used to be a really big dance shop. I think that closed just before I left England, but that was a really good dance shop. They had a really big window. They didn't have much out in the shop, although it was big. But they had lots in the window, and I suppose they didn't want you just trying things on. And you say, oh, I always used to go there and find a new style dance shoes. You know, I used to treat myself. Conchita's Mexican restaurant. I love Mexican food. Oh, is that Croydon? Southend Croydon. Yes. Well, I wonder if that's still there. I think that was where I went for my leaving. Like, cause I always have different groups of friends. But I went with, I think, some dance people. I went there with. I think. Yeah. Tell me if it's still there. If you know Croydon. I know I've got someone watching me from Hastings. We've had quite a little chat about how Hastings is now. Any of you around? Yeah, I've got a feeling someone said to me down near Croydon. I really want to know more. Go and take pictures down my old road in Wallington. This says 27 to 29 Southend Croydon. Probably isn't still there. Oh, and there's a wedding shop because, very briefly, because I've covered this before, we were going to get married when we were in England. We got engaged and then came out here earlier than we were thinking of coming. And then Mike said, well, do you want to get married out here? Is this going to be our home? Which we decided to do. And I said, yes. And what we were going to do then was possibly then go back to England and have a trip on the Thames or something on a rent boat and do that. But seeing as those who wanted to support us came out for our wedding, and I then didn't have a passport because I would have had to have changed the name on the passport, obviously then because we were married. So I've never had a passport since we've been here, and certainly not planning to have it done. We still have to have it done, obviously, in England. I think they send it away to Ireland or something now to be done, but it's very expensive. And glad I didn't now because it'd be a waste of time. I think you have to now put them back into change. The last year doesn't count anymore. Oh dear. So that's a lot of sorting out. I've now got piles of badges and things all around. So that's good in a way because that will get me sorting those out. So again, tell me if you're still on at 2 hours, 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Just so I know, it'd just be interesting. As I say, I don't watch back many lives, or some I do skip through, or depends. Some lives I do. But let me know if you are still here at the end. I'd really appreciate knowing. Have a happy day to you all, wherever you are. Have a really good week. Do something crazy today. Just go and do something different. Down tools. Go and do something. Take some time for yourself. Thank you for all your support, guys. If I can help your channel grow or find you some new people, just contact me. Or as I say, look in the description below. Project Morph video, that will give you a starter, how I can throw your channel out on my channel. I'll make a whole video just on your channel and you might find some new people. I've got a really great supportive community. I'll do 2 quick shout outs before I go. First one is Shaunda Flips. She started back redoing her channel because she stopped for a bit while she... That's not helpful. It'll stop in a minute. You can ring one more time. So sorry about that quick. Seriously? Seriously? Stop ringing. Anyway, so I will finish. So Shaunda did stop her videos for a little while she was moving. She's back on the videos again now. So go and check out her video. It's in the description below. And also check out Ava Potterfield and Friends videos. As I say, I'm going to do a live on my birthday on the 6th of December. I'll be on her channel first. So look on her banner on her channel to see what time Monday the 6th of December her one's on. And I'll finish there, guys, and speak to you soon. Bye.